I want to show you guys something. And I'm not talking about this picture of a cathedral in Milan that is advertising some product on its wall. They're doing it because they don't have money to like renovate the buildings and so forth. Because their like congregation is dying. That's not what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you the reason it is dying. And that's because church is something that is inside a person. That is how you should think about it. It is the temple of God. Like you are the holy place where God dwells, not these buildings. And it's obvious when you think about it. Like these churches are selling out because they're failing. You understand? Like that is their justification for the selling out and then putting advertisements on their wall like this. We have failed. We need money. And the people who come here don't come here anymore, so we need to sell out. And this is how the world justifies its evil and failures. And that's how you can tell that these huge, beautiful cathedrals, they don't really contain the Spirit of God. There is no Holy Spirit in them. If there was a Holy Spirit in the people who lead this cathedral, they would let the building crumble, and it would become a sign to the world that nobody cares about this stuff anymore. And that is something that is true. It would be revealed to the world. But they will not do that. They will not admit their mistake, their error, that whatever they're doing there is failing. Because that would be like admitting we don't actually know God. Because God would never let this happen. I want to make one point clear. I think God does let it happen, but in a superficial sense. Like the old thing dies, is destroyed, but the new thing is then resurrected. And we're talking about Christ. Like none of his bones were broken, for example. But the temple that he spoke about, how no stone will be left on top of itself, that was the thing that is destroyed. And I think that's what we're witnessing kind of in a spiritual sense when it comes to these buildings. It's the opposite of it. The stones are being maintained just fine, but in the true sense, in the spirit of truth, inside it's selling out. Do you guys get it? This is something that we have done because we are lost. The Holy Spirit would let it be revealed. And then people might wake up to the reality that the world is ending. It doesn't end because the people who are spiritual leaders know what they're doing. It's because they're selling out and not admitting they are at fault. What do you guys think about stuff like this? They always justify it with, money problems. There are like tourist places, some of these cathedrals. They ask for money to even get in, and they justify it. Well, that's for upkeep. That's not how they're supposed to be kept up, right? And also I have a question. Do you guys think that I'm being a hypocrite when I have a PayPal link asking for charitable contributions? And sometimes people donate quite a bit of money. It's useful to me, so thank you. But do you guys think that it's the same as me selling ad space? Because I think it clearly isn't. But still, I'm kind of failing what the apostles did when they went to places, right? And they wrote about never being a burden to anybody. They handled their own upkeep. I'm not doing it when I'm asking for charitable contributions.